Welcome back to Stoney Creek. We've got quite a humid day here today, and as I said and showed you in the last video, the new fences that I was putting up and subdividing the back paddock, I've started doing that, and I'll show you what I've been up to. So for reference, that's the fence you can see completed there is the one I did last week, and now I've got all the kit to do the subdivision of the back paddock, and I've got all the strainers in. I'm just undoing bundles of T-posts to run along the laneway and down through the paddocks. It takes a while to do that. There's about 184 posts, star pickets that I'm going to use. And as you can see, this is the laneway, and I'll zoom in down the end there and you might be able to see the end gates. There's 3 gates down the end near the dairy, and there's 4 paddocks subdivided. I banged in all of those posts, which is about 30 down that subdivision between the home paddock and the back paddock, by hand with one of those post drivers. But I'm getting set up to just run out all the star pickets at all I've gone through and marked on the ground where they all go, and I'll lay them out, and I've organised to hire a petrol driven post driver, so that'll make life much easier, and it'll only take me a day, whereas it'll take me 2 days to do it with the manually by hand, because we had just over 31 mil of rain yesterday, so the ground should be nice, fairly soft to ram the posts in. But this old body's getting a bit old, so I'll save myself an injury and ram them in. We're up to Wednesday now. I've been at this fence now since Sunday I started. No, Saturday. Saturday I started putting all the strainer posts in. And today I've got all the star pickets in with the help of this little machine here. I did about 40 the other day on the fence in the distance, and my arms were hurting for days afterwards, so I thought for 180 posts I'd get the rammer. So next step is stringing it all up and hooking up all the electrics and the electrics under gates, a few switches so I can isolate the different paddocks. But I'm sure Gary and my brother Jerry would find some faults, but I learnt a lot from a guy called Tim Thompson, and he's got a YouTube channel on fencing and lots of other farm things around the place, so I hope he never watches, because he'd certainly find a few things wrong with it. But it's not far out of straightness. I sort of lean the posts one way by the look of it, but they can be bent back into shape only a little bit. So, but I'll put Tim Thompson's YouTube channel in the description if anyone wants to have a look at a professional doing a job. I'm just an amateur. This is probably only the 4th or 5th fence I've done on my own. So we'll see what it looks like when it's all strung up.
Hey there, I'm jumping in and finishing this little bit of fencing video off because Robert has zipped off the farm overnight. He's heading down to Victoria to pick up Texas Affair. Texie is our new Belted Galloway bull. We've had Texie on order for quite a while. Probably been 3 years in the making of getting Texie. Robert has always wanted Belted Galloways, and he loves them so much, and he's always wanted his own bull. So the farm that we got Spring Rain and Symbol off have managed to find us a bull that would suit us. So we were supposed to pick him up at the end of last year, but it just didn't work out. We didn't have the fencing organised, but now we have. So I wanted to show you the end result of Robert's fencing, because I know he went through the first little bits of it, but show you the end result. Still got a little bit to finish at the end gate, but the main paddock that we want to put Texie in is finished. We'll put a video up next week of Texie arriving, and you can see him. We're both very excited, but a little bit nervous. A bull is next level, really, next level farming. So I'll show you the end result of the fences. Robert has done such a fabulous job, considering he's not a fencer. He saw one getting done. Gary helped him do that, and he did a little bit with Jerry, his brother, and this whole fence he's done all by himself, and he's just done a fabulous job. We're so lucky that he is very handy, he can do all that sort of stuff. So I'll show you what it looks like. So this is now as you arrive down the back paddock. That was originally one massive big paddock. The first fence that Robert did down here, which is great, and now this little driveway, laneway we call it, in between paddock, the top paddock, and 1, 2, 3. So all the wires have been strung, and hot wire where you see those black insulators are the hot wires, so 2 hot wires on each, and the nice big posts. And we'll show you as we come up the end and walk around the corner. So this is the sort of little turn in the alleyway there, and this will be Texie's paddock for a little while. And Robert will explain next week how we're going to sort that out and what our plan is to ensure that Texie only has fun with the girls he's allowed to have fun with. So this is the first gate, and all the electrics have been sorted, and Robert's put the electrics under the gate so he can isolate each of these paddocks, and this can be on. So this doesn't need to be on when there's no one in it, and vice versa with all of it. So it looks so good. Just the gate at the end to finish, which we'll do next week, but it just looks lovely. So nice and straight. He's done a fabulous job. So I'm going to give you a look at the new chickens we've got. While I was off with laryngitis for about a week and a half, I could hardly talk, so there was no point me being on at all. And we've had a couple of batches of little chickens, so I'll show you those. We've just moved the rooster tractor down onto the cover crop. We pulled out or mulched most of the cover crop that was in there, covered it with a lucerne bale that we got, and now we've put the roosters in there, so they'll dig around, and they're very happy because they've got some shade and lots of bugs to dig around at. I just thought I'd come into the chicken coop and pull apart this big sunflower and get the seeds out, and in the meantime see if the chickens like them. I want to take them from my hand, but they quite like them. But I'm going to save some of these because this is one of the multi-head sunflowers, which has lots of nice little yellow flowers, and the rest I'll give to the chicks. These little ones are growing up. I'm not sure if I've showed you, but we had some more babies, and they're over there. That's why I couldn't talk. 4 new little babies, so they're now in general population. But everybody seems to be doing well and growing. So these are the 4 new babies that were born while I couldn't talk and had laryngitis. 4 little yellow chicks, so all from mamas and dads from the caravan, and popped under this lovely mum, and she hatched them. Arnie in the background there, big rooster, he's looking fine, but he's annoying the girls. He's a teenager, wanting lots of practice. Hopefully one day we'll get some Araucana babies. We have some new babies today. You can see the remnants of a shell there, and I can hear some little cheep, cheep, cheeps. Now this mama did not start on these eggs. These eggs I gave to another mama who's been breeding for so long, and she keeps on getting off them. And so this one decided she would come in. So she's hatched at least one, so we'll look back later in the day and see if we can see any babies. Back to check on Mum, and there's a little baby. I can see that the other egg is hatched, so they must all be hatched. I can hear them lots. So it's time to get the maternity ward ready so that we'll remove these ones by this evening and pop them in the maternity ward so they can have some space. However many's in there. She was sitting on 3 eggs, so if she's got 3, that'll be great. So we ended up with 3 little chicks, 1 black and 2 yellow. Just transferring them to the maternity ward. I'll just go and get Mum. So Mum and baby's reunited. Let's hope she doesn't stand on them. Filled up their water. Now we'll get some food. They can't stay in the coop where they were born because there's just no access to water and chick feed in there, so that's why we bring them into the maternity ward. Mum's having a drink. Let's see if we can get these babies to have a drink. So we'll sign off here. Mum and babies are all comfy under there now. She's settled down. Sometimes it takes them a while just to, because we're moving them from where they did hatch their babies and to get comfortable on the straw here, but she's very comfy. She's had a drink and she's had something to eat. I gave the babies all a little bit of a drink, so hopefully they'll know where to get that from. So we'll leave her, and she'll be in here for probably about a week, and then we'll put it back up and out in general population. And it always amazes me as one broody hen hatches, then another one decides they're going to sit in the coop. We keep having chickens. So until next time, we'll see you back on the farm, and thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate it. See ya.